After the meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu, the global geopolitical equilibrium has been shattered by a lightning strike deployment order originating from the highest levels of the Pentagon, signaling that the United States is no longer content with mere deterrence, but is actively positioning for a kinetic resolution to the Iranian nuclear standoff. This massive mobilization, which high-level officials and the Wall Street Journal confirm could be finalized in a matter of hours, involves the immediate dispatch of a second aircraft carrier strike group to the Middle East to join the USS Abraham Lincoln, effectively creating a dual carrier strike force, a configuration historically reserved for the opening salvos of major theater wars. This sudden shift in naval posture comes in the immediate wake of a closed-door, high-stakes meeting between President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, a session that evidently served as the final catalyst for Operation Dual Hammer as the diplomatic clock has officially run out and the window for negotiation has been replaced by the logistics of total air superiority. When we look at the mechanics of this deployment, we aren't just talking about ships moving across a map. We are talking about a massive influx of American steel, specifically targeting the Iranian regime's red line enrichment activities, a reality underscored by President Trump's recent N12 interview, where he stated with chilling clarity that the United States is ready to attack if negotiations fail, and this second carrier is the physical manifestation of that threat. By doubling the carrier presence, the Pentagon is effectively doubling its available air wing to over 120 advanced combat aircraft, including the F-35C Lightning II and the EA-18G Growler, which allows for 24-hour continuous flight operations, meaning one carrier can recover and refuel while the other launches sustained sorties, ensuring that the Iranian Integrated Air Defense System, or IADS, never has a moment to reset or repair. This is the Pincer Move war game brought to life, with one carrier strike group positioned in the Gulf of Oman and the other potentially in the Red Sea or pushing directly into the Persian Gulf. The Iranian military is forced to split its defensive focus between two distinct vectors of attack, rendering their underground missile cities and swarm boat tactics significantly less effective against a coordinated multi-axis Tomahawk cruise missile strike. The technical reality of a dual carrier group also brings the Aegis combat system into a symbiotic network, creating a nearly impenetrable ballistic missile defense bubble that can track and neutralize Iranian Shahab and Sejil missiles before they even reach the mid-course phase of their trajectory. We must understand that Netanyahu didn't come to Washington for a photo op. He came to present the final intelligence on Iran's breakout capacity, and the Pentagon's response, moving the USS Harry S. Truman or the Eisenhower into the theater, is the definitive answer to that intelligence. This is gunboat diplomacy on a scale not seen since the 2003 invasion of Iraq, and the implications for the Strait of Hormuz are catastrophic if Tehran decides to follow through on its threat to choke the world's energy supply, a move that would almost certainly trigger a full-scale decapitation strike against the IRGC's command and control nodes. Beyond the immediate naval assets, this deployment signals to regional allies like Saudi Arabia and the UAE that the shield is in place, potentially emboldening a coalition response that has been dormant during the years of failed nuclear talks. As the second carrier crosses the Mediterranean and approaches the Suez Canal, every satellite image and electronic intelligence sweep from the Iranian side will be screaming war warning, because you do not spend the billions of dollars required for a dual carrier surge just to hold a press conference. You do it to ensure that when the first shot is fired, the enemy's ability to retaliate is already zeroed out. The what-if scenarios are no longer speculative. They are being briefed in the Situation Room right now, ranging from surgical strikes on the Natanz and Fordow enrichment facilities to a total blockade of Iranian ports. If a single Iranian fast boat miscalculates and engages a U.S. destroyer, or if a proxy strike like in Lebanon or Yemen crosses the threshold, the dual carrier group provides the president with a break glass in case of war option that can flatten the Iranian military infrastructure in under 72 hours. We are currently monitoring the naval fleet trackers and the SECNAV's directives for the official hull number of the second carrier, but whether it is the Truman, the Eisenhower, or even a surged George Washington, the tactical reality remains the same. The pincer is closing. This is the moment where the rhetoric of all options on the table meets the hard reality of mission ready. And as the Armada converges, the world is holding its breath to see if Tehran will blink or if we are about to witness the largest naval engagement of the 21st century. The logistics are moving, the pilots are briefed, and the general's question for every one of you watching this sit-rep is simple. Is this the ultimate masterstroke of deterrence designed to force Iran back to the table, or has the decision already been made to permanently neutralize the nuclear threat through overwhelming kinetic force? The timeline is no longer measured in months or weeks, but in hours. And as the second carrier makes its turn into the wind to launch its first reconnaissance flights over the Persian Gulf, the margin for error has vanished. This is Operation Dual Hammer. The pieces are set, the green light has been given, and the next update could very well be the confirmation of the first strike. So stay alert, keep your eyes on the wires, and prepare for a shift in the global order that will be felt for generations. Dismissed.